Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Wrestling with Things. We wrestle with all sorts of things in sports and entertainment. And now, here are your hosts, David and Sammy Joseph.
Everyone, thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at Wrestling with Things and like our Facebook page at Wrestling with Things for all of our episodes and interviews on the sports and entertainment world. In speaking of sports entertainment, we got a double header of breaking news this week. Vincent Kennedy McMahon, the chairman of WWE himself, is going to have a documentary done on him. The producers are going to be Bill Simmons, and he's collaborating with Netflix to do this. And I think it's almost unprecedented because I can't think of anything that really broke down the fourth wall to really let us into Vince's life. And the producers of Michael Jordan's The Last Dance that everybody enjoyed, even people who don't follow the NBA, are going to make one for arguably the Michael Jordan of pro wrestling, Stone Cold Steve Austin. So, Sammy, I got to ask you, what do you think about this, and what do you think it means for wrestling as a whole to get these two huge human interest stories? And no matter whether you're a fan or not, I think you could sit back and learn a lot and get invested in those type of things.
Yeah, I definitely agree with everything that you just said, because especially on the case of Vince, because Vince is somebody we really never got that in depth with, not that deep inside with all the things that go back on in the stage, because we know he's there, but we don't really know what he's doing exactly back there, or what is going on day to day, or what he's saying to everybody back there, or what he's saying to the top dudes. So I just want to see that side of everything a little bit more. And then in terms of Austin, I just want to go back and have people cherish him, because I feel like people have been trying to put him back in the back burner in terms of this GOAT debate. You know what I mean? Especially people like you. Who wanna try to put him at the 2 or the 3 line. Like, man, this guy's the one. This guy's the one, man. I'm telling you, man. Like, this dude's the one. There's nobody who made this thing feel realer than that dude. Nobody. Nobody's ever gonna take that title from him.
Man, I'm really excited to see that, Last Dance for Stone Cold, essentially, because I do think he is arguably, even though I don't like to argue against him, I will argue against him for one and only John Cena, because I think I have a lot of good arguments. But I think Stone Cold has a lot of good arguments to be the undisputed GOAT too. He was the hottest main event star in the hottest era ever of wrestling, and till this day, that Austin 316 shirt with the skull on, nobody has sold more shirts than Austin.
Nobody.
That's unbelievable. Nobody sold more copies of their shirt to say than that shirt right there. No shirt has sold more than that. That's a testament to his impact on the business, especially in that era. But I think I am a little bit slightly more. I'm equally interested, but the Vince one really got me on the edge of my seat, because that's a great point. We don't know the types of things he says for real, or how he says it. And, we always hear stories about Vince through wrestlers or people who worked for him. We never get to see it up close and personal. And the other thing is, I also don't think we hear enough about his personal life, even away from wrestling. So those type of things, and hopefully getting to see even how he interacts with the whole family, Shane, Triple H, Stephanie behind the scenes. Hopefully you get to see those dynamics a little more. But I'm really intrigued, and I already know these are going to be hits. I don't even need to wait and see, just because the people involved in the technology and the budget that they're probably going to put into it. I can't wait to see them.
Yeah, and I just wanna like look inside the meetings. Like, how does he interact with the people now? The top performers now. You know what I mean? Like, what is he still asking for that ruthless aggression? You know, what is he asking for?
I wonder if they're gonna show things like that, because if they do, I just hope that they show it in an authentic way and not like a pre-recorded looking like, you know, they knew the cameras were gonna record them and they acted a certain way. I want it to be like the real authentic meeting if they're gonna show that. It'd be cool to see something like, I hope so. It'd be cool to see something like they show him in each era how he like coaches the talent and comes up with creative for different talent across eras. And that'd be pretty cool if they get to show little clips of that to see how, you know, his style has differed as things progressed.
Yeah, and also the turmoils he's been through, because he's been through a lot of problems.
You gotta have to bring it. Yeah, you gotta have to bring up the bad.
A lot of lawsuits, a lot of court cases. I want to hear him go deep on those things too, because those were scary times for wrestling fans. There's times we could have lost wrestling.
Yeah, the steroid era. They're gonna definitely have to touch on that, and yeah, man, the I think the Vince one, it's gonna have a special place, because I think that as a businessman, as an iconic figure, an iconic entrepreneur, he's underappreciated. As an iconic TV character, arguably one of the best. He's the Walt Disney of professional wrestling. Like, to get to I think we need to give this man his flowers more while he's here, man. This man's brilliant.
Let me just tell you too, because I was just saying this the other day. He's my favorite bad guy.
He just might be
ever
the best bad guy ever in his own company, and probably by accident. He didn't mean to make himself into a character. He didn't plan that. He was doing the commentary thing, and then Brett started escalating things, and the screw job happened. Then he embraced the character, but he wasn't planning that at first. That's what you call organic. That's what you call a genius.
And then nobody puts out more passionate promos than that, dude. Nobody has better faces.
He's the one guy that makes things feel realer than Stone Cold. He knows how to make things feel like beef, like he's really embarrassing you. Come on, the Kiss My Ass Club. Yeah. They should give us a behind the scenes of how the wrestlers and people felt about doing that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Remember Shawn Michaels versus God?
Yeah, underrated storyline. God came down to the ring and was Shawn Michaels' partner.
And that was his real religion too.
That was great. Well, Shawn Michaels became a Christian.
That was really what he believed in at the time, and he had to put it out there. Nobody does it better. Nobody really does it better, and it's crazy. The crazy thing is, how did he even have the energy to do it? You know what I mean? You running the paperwork all day long, you running the meetings all day long, and then you go late at night in the show and you kill it too.
And he really technically never needed to have to. He didn't have to do that.
He didn't have to.
And he decided to as a boss. Yeah, he could just sit back, collect the money. But the great thing about Vince, they always like to say, is that he'll never ask anybody to do things he won't do. So I hope they get to emphasize that a lot. I really do. Like, and especially I hope, another thing is, I hope we get to see, you know, hidden things, like, probably won't get a lot of it, but like how he interacts with people like Brock Lesnar, you know, guys that you don't get a lot of interviews from and you don't get to hear their voice a lot. Like guys like that, it's going to be a real good dynamic if they get to slip things like that in there.
it's just it's the underrated energy too, because it is you look at him and you go, how do you even have the energy to do it? Because he was like 50 something, 60.
Yeah.
On TV doing these things, dude. And he probably has the busiest schedule in the world.
And they say Vince never sleeps. Like they literally say he almost never sleeps. I hope that's another thing that they kind of highlight there. Like
it's like how? Like, it's like you really gotta love something that much.
He'll be on a jet coming from a WrestleMania, getting on a jet to go home, and he's already feeling obligated in the middle of the night to plan for the next WrestleMania. That's just insane. It's insane.
It's one of the crazy. It's one of the craziest things too, because it never stops, dude. It never stopped. For years and years and years, it never stopped. Like, it's like, how? He's supposed to be in like a wheelchair, broken down, dude.
Yeah. He's getting old, but he still looks good. He still
That's
looks
what
like,
I mean, though.
If he felt like it, he could be a character if he felt like it.
It's true.
He's old. It was just a couple years ago, he took that headbutt from Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
And rubbed Kofi. He helped Kofi get that extra nudge when he was getting on him in that storyline.
Even now,
people forgot about that.
Yeah. Even now, it's like I look at it. It's like, how? Like, why are you even doing this, dude? You're like 70 something, and he still feels like, yo, if I do it, I'm doing it for everybody. It benefits everybody, dude. When he wants everybody to win off of him.
No, real talk. That's a guy you gotta trust a little bit. I don't give a damn what the internet says, man. You could call me biased. I don't care who watches and calls me biased. I trust that man, more than any wrestling promoter, more than any businessman, more than most people. I trust him, bro. I trust Vince McMahon. He's too genius, man. He proved himself too much.
No, you got to. Because
people's been saying for years that even Bruce Pritchard says this. People's been saying for years Vince is gonna go out of business. Vince is out of touch. There's still characters that come up that become legendary. There's still great shows. There's still great pay-per-views. People's been writing them off forever.
No, that's the thing too. Like out of all the other promoters, he never misses on the best matchups, on best things he could put on.
Never. That's a great way to put it. Never. He'll find a way, even if you walked away on bad terms, he'll find a way to get that matchup for the most part to happen and to whet people's appetites.
Like, think about it. How many times have we watched other sports and we wanted to see two people face off and it never happens?
That's the greatest thing about wrestling. You could, with the great creative and timing and age, of course, you could always make it happen the right way. Like
with football, people are still waiting for Brady, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen.
You know what I mean? Basketball, we was waiting for Kobe, LeBron. Look what happened.
Yeah, that was a big one.
You see what I mean?
And to a lesser extent, even though it happened, we wanted Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather in their prime, but we got
never got it.
Version was.
It never even came close to happening.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's so many times. We can go on and on with other sports. You can't go on and on with what Vince is doing. Because while he has it, he finds a way to do it.
And the best part is, out of all the people could slander him as a promoter, the best part is they've been number one almost the whole time, bro. Oh, for almost for 50 plus years. The problem is I can't hold it in no more. The problem is it's not that WWE's not good. It's that people take it for granted because it has been. So we don't get time to miss WWE. It's going and going and going. You see, when power goes away, shows like that, we get time to miss them. That we can't wait till they come back. People take WWE for granted because they're always here. They're almost a victim of always being here and always being consistently great. That you're like, it's there. I'll catch it on YouTube. I'll catch it on a recording, whatever. But I that's why I somewhat feel like an off season would help because it'll make people appreciate it more.
No.
People don't appreciate it enough. The risk.
Look, man.
Effort of entertainment.
I'm always gonna be on board for 24/7, bro, because that's what makes wrestling wrestling.
Not thinking about like the casual fan. I feel like it makes the casual fan just look at wrestling like I could catch it anytime. I don't have to sit down and watch.
That's fine. They're right. Guess what?
They are right. You're right. That's where we're at in society. You can watch things anytime you
know what I mean? They're right. This is what the network's for. You know what I mean? That's why they did it. You know what I mean? And for those fans, guess what? They'll still be around. That's how WWE thinks. They'll still come around. They'll still come back. You know what I mean? As long as we put butts in the seats, as long as our ratings look good. We're gonna keep doing this. We're gonna keep going on and on and
on. Even a month break would make people miss.
No month break.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
You know what you're signing up for.
Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Nah, no way.
Yes.
No way.
If you got a girl or you got a wife,
if you love me for real, you go
to a trip for like 2 weeks, you're gonna come back and you're gonna be an animal. It's that absence that made you into that beast.
That's not what vows are for, bro. What vows are for is if you love me for real, you're supposed to love me every day. You know what I mean? That's Vince's motto, bro. We here every time you need us, every single time, every week.
Even the staff, the writing staff, I'm sure could use a month break.
That what?
Help everybody. What?
He's paying you to be here.
That is true.
You know what I mean? And if you really love it, you won't even look at it like work the way he does.
Yeah, that's true.
Look at him. Why do you think he's still doing this? That's the perfect example of that. You know what I mean? He loves it so much he'll do it. Even at 80, he'll still show up.
Yeah.
And be back there and ride with the boys.
It's crazy, yo. He's close to 80, closer than that. We think. I think he's like, what, 76?
Come on, man.
Can't wait till that. I can't wait till they put a date out for that. I'm definitely going to be on that. Can't wait to react to that. Let us know if you're going to check out that Last Stand documentary on Stone Cold and that Netflix documentary on Vince McMahon. Subscribe to us on YouTube at Wrestling with Things.